What did you glean out of the review, Jack?
Yeah, obviously some things to fix up defensively. Yeah, I think that was the main thing coming out of the game. Just allowed them to score too easily.
Playing a bit of soccer at training today, just trying to lighten things up a little bit, or was that just for part of the group?
I was just part of the warm up. Yeah, there was some fun involved, but there was also some elements you wanted to take out of it. So it was a bit of both.
Talking about the defensive issues, is it just a one-off, or is it a trend now over a couple of games or a few games?
It's a trend, yeah. I think it's something you kind of not allow go for a couple of weeks, but you think maybe you'll fix it with the required education, but it's probably a bit of a trend now. So yeah, we really delved into it today and yesterday, and hopefully we get a good response.
Is there a quick fix for it, Jack, that you can implement on Thursday night?
I think it's there's some buy-in, player buy-in into it, which will certainly get an immediate impact. There's also some things structurally which we need to play around with, but I think putting a high premium on the defensive side of the game, individually and as a unit, I think that'll have a pretty quick impact.
When you talk about buy-in, is it less so education of the system, more about effort? Is that what you mean by buy-in?
I think there's some there's not necessarily effort, but communication with each other and helping each other out in the defensive side of the game. That's more kind of what I was referring to than the effort. So yeah, I think if we can get a bit more of cohesiveness in that area defensively amongst each other, I think we'll get a much better result, and we'll stop teams from scoring so much.
Have you got an update for us on Jordan Lewis?
How he's tracking with his... no, I don't. I'm not sure.
You'd love to have him back though, as soon as you can.
Yeah. No, getting him in to try and steady the ship a bit, use his experience and leadership. Would be great.
Is it a case of a personnel issue down back when you look at the fact that you haven't got Jake Lever to call on? Stephen May has only played 3/4 of a game, and then you mentioned Jordan as well, who played such a big role at half back. Yeah,
it's definitely not a personnel issue. We've got just the amount of just the talent and the people we need out in the track to perform our roles, and we're not doing it at the moment. So we're not using that as any excuse to fall back on.
It was working so well last season. So is it more the fact that there are a lot of players out during pre-season who haven't had a chance to get around this system?
I think it's comparing it to our form last season. I think it's not quite right. I think we're at a stage pre-season where we're learning and trying to get the that groove back to defensively, and the cohesiveness of working together isn't quite there. So I think I think that's kind of where we're at the moment.
What are the stakes on Thursday night, Jack? Is it the line in the sand game? Can you salvage a season from 0-4?
Yes, you can, and it won't be line in the sand game whether we win or lose. Keep moving forward. Win or lose.
Is that the key, not to overreact? It's still early in the season. You got 19 games to go.
Yeah. I don't see any benefit of panicking. I don't see how that'll affect the season at all.
You share a facility with the Victory boys. Have you run into Kevin Muscat or any of those guys to talk about the SCG turf?
No, we haven't. Is it no good?
You haven't heard anything?
I haven't heard anything. Fill us in.
Well, there's certainly been some questions over the turf. Terry Antonis, a Victory player, got injured, and there's been issues with all the rugby league and rugby union played, and a lot of codes sharing the facility. Are you concerned about it all?
No, I think I'll just pack my long stops. Hopefully that sorts me out.
Have you got an update on Tom McDonald and his chances we didn't see him on the track this morning?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure where Tom's at. I know he's pretty sore. I think at this stage he's confident he'll play, but didn't train today, obviously. So there's still an element of he potentially not getting up.
You often, obviously we're asking questions about whether you think you still play finals and salvage the season, etc. Is that just something that you have to completely put out of your mind at this stage and just worry about getting a game back on track?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, to even be thinking about finals or anything other than Sydney this week is pretty silly. So yeah, we're solely focused on beating Sydney, and then after winning against Sydney, and then after the result, it'll just be the week after that, and then whatever the result from that is, will be the week after that, and then what the result is from that will be the week after that, and so on. So until we get to the end of the season and we see where we're at, and then we reevaluate.
Do you have to evaluate your own expectations of the team, though, given the way the season started?
I mean, there isn't really kind of any expectation. Like, taking it week by week, you don't have some end goal in mind. So yeah, like I said, we're just focusing it, taking it week by week, and where we end up, we'll end up. But yeah, obviously we want to get back to playing how we know we can play as quick as possible.
Just on Friday night, there was a grab from Angus Brayshaw as he ran off the ground at half time saying we can beat anyone if we play like we did in the second quarter. Obviously you conceded all those goals in the third term. Was there a fear, looking back on the review, that you might have got ahead of yourselves or started thinking it was all going to click in the third term when the Bombers scored so freely?
Nah, it's just a bit of positive reinforcement out in the footy field. So yeah, obviously we didn't get the game how we wanted in the second half, but yeah, there wasn't any sense of getting ahead of ourselves. It was just trying to get around each other. Yeah, a bit of positive reinforcement, and hopefully spur us on for the second half.
Just on the SCG again, one more. Sorry, are you aware if the club has made any approaches to the SCG about the state of the pitch?
No idea. Sorry.